Have you ever stopped to think why some men our age can wear jeans and look elegant, while others seem to have come straight out of the 2000s? You know that moment when you're at the mall, you see a 45-year-old guy wearing jeans that should be modern, but something doesn't add up? Over the years, I've realized that jeans are one of the most treacherous pieces in the male wardrobe. It seems simple, but there are traps that can make you look outdated or, worse yet, cheap. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 most common mistakes that mature men make with jeans. And I'll tell you in advance, the 6th mistake on our list is something that most people do thinking they're being elegant. But that actually screams lack of criteria. If you want to wear jeans with class and sophistication at this stage of life, stay with me until the end because these tips will completely transform your choices. Mistake 1. Jeans with artificial tears or distressed effects. Let's start by talking about something I myself have made mistakes with: ripped jeans, or those with artificial distressing effects. You know those that come from the store already with strategic holes, sandpaper marks, or that lived-in look? When you're over 40, wearing ripped jeans sends a completely different message than it did when you were 20. Back then, it might have even had a rebellious charm. Today, it simply looks like you're trying to appear younger than you are. The problem isn't just the age issue. It's that artificially ripped jeans always give an impression of something forced, as if you were wearing a costume. And for us mature men, authenticity is fundamental. The solution is simple: opt for plain jeans without artificial effects. If you want a more casual look, choose models with softer washing, but always without tears or obvious processing marks. And speaking of sophistication, if you're enjoying these practical tips, subscribe to the channel. I always bring content designed especially for us men who want to dress well without looking like we're trying to be something we're not. Mistake 2. Excessively light or faded washing. Now let's talk about a mistake I see a lot: jeans with very light or excessively faded washing. You know those almost white jeans, or with that blue so light it looks more like chino pants? The problem with this type of washing is that it automatically makes the look more informal and can seem inappropriate for a mature man. Additionally, very light jeans tend to highlight any body imperfections more. Very light jeans are also harder to match. They're limited to very casual looks and can conflict with the seriousness that our age naturally requires in certain situations. The smarter alternative is to opt for medium or dark washes. Medium blue jeans are versatile and go with practically everything. Dark jeans can even be worn for semi-formal occasions. If you're enjoying these tips, leave your like on the video. Your interaction helps this content reach more incredible people like you. Mistake 3. Skinny or extremely tight cut. And here we come to a point that many men still haven't understood: the skinny or extremely tight cut. You know those jeans that look like a second skin, that mark every curve of the leg? Skinny jeans might work for younger men, but for us who are over 40, it's rarely a good choice. First, because our body has changed. It may have developed a belly. The legs may not have the same shape as before. Second, the very tight cut can seem inappropriate for our age. It gives the impression that you're trying to follow a young fashion trend, and that never sounds natural. The ideal is to opt for straight or slightly tapered cuts. Straight leg is a classic that flatters practically all body types. If you want something more modern, you can go with slim fit, which is fitted, but not glued to the body. The key is balance. The jeans should follow the silhouette without being tight or having excess fabric. Tell me here in the comments, have you ever had the experience of buying jeans thinking you were being fashionable and then realizing it didn't look good? Mistake 4. Low quality or very thin fabric. Now let's talk about something that makes all the difference: fabric quality. You know those cheap jeans that are too thin and have a strange texture? The problem with low quality fabric goes beyond durability. Jeans that are too thin don't have proper drape, don't structure the body adequately, and often become transparent or show too much. Additionally, they deform quickly and lose color. Poor fabric jeans always reveal that they're cheap, regardless of the price you paid. People look and immediately notice that it's not a quality piece. The solution is to invest in jeans with more substantial fabric, preferably 100% cotton, or with a maximum of 2% elastane. The fabric should have weight, consistency, and a pleasant texture. It's better to have 2 quality jeans than 5 of questionable quality. Quality always pays off in the long run. If you're noticing how these details make a difference, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always share these tips I've learned over the years so you don't have to go through the same problems. Mistake 5. Inadequate length dragging or too short, and we come to a mistake more common than you imagine. Inadequate jeans length. You know those jeans that drag on the floor or are too short showing the socks? Wrong length can completely ruin a well-thought-out look. Jeans that are too long give an impression of sloppiness. Those that are too short can look like you grew and forgot to change pants. A common mistake is buying jeans in the right waist size, but not paying attention to length. Each brand has its measurements. The solution is to always try them on and, if necessary, make adjustments. The ideal length allows for a small break in the fabric over the shoe, without dragging on the floor. Tell me here in the comments, have you ever been in the situation of really liking jeans, but they didn't fit perfectly? Mistake 6. Flashy details like embroidery or appliques. And here we come to the 6th mistake, the one I promised would surprise you. I'm talking about flashy details, embroidery, appliques, studs, pocket prints, or any type of exaggerated embellishment. You know those jeans that have embroidered wings on the back pockets, or with gold appliques, stones, or flashy designs? This type of detail might have worked at some point, but for a mature man, it almost always gives an impression of bad taste. The problem is that these details scream, "Look at me," in a way that doesn't match the discreet elegance that our age requires. Additionally, they often visually cheapen the entire piece. The simpler the jeans, the more versatile and elegant they become. The golden rule is, if the detail draws more attention than you yourself, it's better to avoid it. Mistake 7. Jeans from counterfeit brands or obvious replicas. And we come to the last mistake, wearing counterfeit jeans or obvious replicas of famous brands. You know those that imitate well-known designers but with questionable finishing? Wearing counterfeit clothing at 40 sends a terrible message, that you want to appear to have something you don't have. This is especially problematic in professional environments. Beyond the ethical issue, counterfeit jeans usually have inferior quality, poor fabric, poorly made seams, details that immediately give away that it's an imitation. The solution is simple. Always prefer quality national brands over an expensive designer imitation. It's better to have unbranded but well-made jeans than an obvious imitation. Coming to the end of our conversation, I want to emphasize, jeans are one of the most versatile pieces in the male wardrobe, but only if you know how to choose correctly. These 7 mistakes we discussed today are traps that can completely destroy your image. The good news is that when you avoid these mistakes and choose quality jeans, you automatically elevate your level of elegance. If you made it this far, it's because you really care about dressing well. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I always bring specific content for us mature men who want to stay well dressed. And tell me here in the comments, which of these 7 mistakes have you made? Your experience can help other men in our community. In the next video, I'll show you how to create 5 different looks using just one basic pair of jeans. These are practical combinations that work for any occasion. Remember, good jeans are an investment, not an expense. If you made it this far, it's because you take improving your style seriously. So I prepared this next video for you to watch. It's the perfect step for you to continue evolving. And take a look at this playlist too. It has a complete map to dress like a true gentleman over 40. Stylish, elegant, and powerful every day. Until the next video.